Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Ooh, my back. Ooh, I just pulled something. That was not pleasant. Time to take some leg and back pain relief pills. Ooh, brutal. These just go under your tongue. Not good at all. Ooh. Yolks, I'm up. I should have done. It's me, the professor. Would you like to know? I would like to know all of it, Chad. From the beginning. Skip nothing. Back hurts. Now that that's evaporated in my mouth, I think my back will feel better. What am I not working on? Actually, what am I working on? I'm working on the first book in the next trilogy for me and Tom. I have to write a chapter. Tom knocked off his chapter right before I got on. And then I'll knock off my chapter here. And then hopefully he'll knock his off tonight instead of waiting. And then I'm also working on Down and Dirty 6, the last book in that series. But I'm a little behind on that. And I'm going away on starting Tuesday to Biloxi and then BoucherCon. So I will lose Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Geez, I'm with 6 days of writing. And that book really has to be done by the end of September. So, I'm only on chapter 15 of 50 on that. So not doing great. I'm hoping maybe for like a big day Sunday. Saturday I'm doing a presentation with another author, Pantsers versus Plotters, at the Florida Writers Association Ponte Vedra group. There should be like 40 or 50 people there. So Saturday, and then I'm going to lunch with Vic DeGenti, who runs it, afterwards. So most of Saturday will be filled. I'll be honest with you, Chad. I'm starting to panic a little in my head. I'm like, I gotta get this shit done. Spoiler alert: the Pantsers win. Yeah, I'm firmly on the Pantsers side of it. It's funny, we've done this presentation before, and Claudia, she's written one book, started a second, never been published. It means I've been published like 200 something times. But she had to do a ton of research. And she's got like a whole PowerPoint presentation and everything, like a 15-minute PowerPoint on doing research and doing, outlining and all this other stuff. And then I basically walk in, I'm like, I'm a pantser. I got nothing. Let's just talk. And it worked out very well the first time we did it. So Vic, who runs one of the biggest group in the area, was like, would you guys want to redo that? And you want to go do it here? And I'm like, I don't care, yeah. And she's like, yeah. And I said, all right. But I went first last time and I talked way too much because I answered a lot of questions. So I said to Claudia, you can go first this time. Do your little PowerPoint. Nobody will ask you any questions. And then the last 40 minutes of this, I will talk. I'm hoping they also give us some coffee. Don't panic, just don't procrastinate and keep your head down. Yeah. I'm gonna do it like as if I'm in Pearl Jam. I'm just gonna stand up there in a flannel and stare at my feet for 40 minutes. That'll be good. Now once I get up there I'm fine. I don't ever plan anything. I like it better spontaneous. Let me just start talking about something. Again, we've done it before, so. And then we're supposed to do it again at the end of October for another group. Just right with an even flow. I see what you did there. Let's see what you did there. So that's pretty much what I'm working on. I guess Amazon wasn't lying when they said it'd be like 89 days from the time that they shipped your book till the time it got here. Hopefully it comes before Tuesday when we leave. I have other books that are supposed to come from a couple of different publishers are sending me arcs of books for authors they want me to interview on my YouTube channel. And I'm like, all right. So hopefully they come, or else my daughter will be here or Amanda will be here watching the cats, and they'll have to bring all that in. Yep, scheduled to be there Sunday. Perfect. Perfect. And then I'll do a video of it. I'll be like, what's this crap? And then I'll do a Sinead O'Connor and I'll rip it in half. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Jad says, been working with the wife on mapping out a kids' mystery series in a town run by animals, and the mysteries are solved by two ferret friends. I forget, since we have two ferrets, we can use them for TikTok promo vids, and they'll be the stars of the book series. That's probably a really good idea, putting them in videos. Those will be your best videos. No one will give two shits about your books or anything else. They'll care about those ferrets. So yeah, that's a good idea. Is one of the ferrets named Chuck Buddha? Or is that a different book series you're thinking about? Kubrick and Petey. There you go. So Stanley Kubrick and Pete Davidson. Got it. I guess I'm sorry, so Charlie Kubrick and Pete Donaldson. Got it. I guess Nick isn't on because I've hit the next page here. Appreciate some support, people. Yeah, Fandango, like the movie ticket thing, Mr. Frank. So it corrected one Scaramouche, but not the other. Yeah, well, you can't autocorrect two Scaramouches. Then that would be Scaramouche. See? You're just in time, Frank, because I'm drinking mushroom coffee, and you know what that means. going right through me. But I had a delicious and much better lunch of 12 shrimp in the air fryer with some salt, pepper, a little dash of paprika, and some onion powder and some oil. Toss those. There's Chad Hoey. And then I made balsamic Brussels sprouts. And that was my lunch today. And I dropped another pound. Monday I was 352.7. Yesterday I was 351.4. Today I'm 350.4 pounds. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'm not eating anything else. I'm drinking this mushroom coffee today because I'm not leaving the house. And I can already feel it gurgling. Tonight we are doing hot dogs. But I'm only going to eat, I normally eat 4 or 5. I'm going to eat like 2 or 3. And that's it. Nothing else. Nothing. No tater tots, no fries, no onion rings, nothing on the side. And get my steps in. I got my 6,000 steps in last night. So today, another 6,000 steps. I'm feeling good. I don't ever choose to eat Brussels sprouts, but I'll eat them if they're on my plate. You heard? Oh, I heard. I like Brussels sprouts. I'm a fan. My wife thinks they're disgusting. She thinks they smell. She doesn't like what they do to my lower intestinal areas. I'm gonna have gas all friggin' night now. I know it, which is fine. But I think my whole meal with the shrimp, everything was like 500 calories. So I'll still be doing well. I'll still be burning off 900 calories of walking today, which would be good. You don't ever choose Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts chooses you. That's what I've heard anyway. Looks like it's going to rain today. Like every other day. So last week we had a couple of straight days of storms, and apparently one of the branches in the tree right outside of my window here broke. It cracked, but it didn't break all the way. And it's just like hanging, and you can see it's all sinewy. That's a good word. So the branch is still alive. And it's not like it's going to just it's cracked, but it's all hanging. All the meat of the tree, everything's still hanging. But it's low, and it's windy, and it keeps blowing. At the corner of my eye, I'm seeing something moving. And it's annoying. And I know at some point I'm going to have to get out there and cut this damn thing down. When will it rain, Jackal? Is there a Jesse James Dupree biography yet? Since yesterday when you asked, I looked. They haven't added one in the last 24 hours. They would probably have a lot of footage of him in that Sturgis show he was in. Where the guy owned the biker bar in Sturgis, and then that guy's girlfriend and Jesse James hated each other. They hated each other. It's great. He also has an open marriage, Jesse James Dupree. Open marriage. He can sleep with anybody he wants. Armand has Dupree's biography. We call it Playgirl, but he calls it a biography. Yep. Playgirl, written by Geezer Butler. There's Nick Zinn. Missing that I already look at this. I already hit a page. It's like some 60 something degrees here today. What's up with that? What is up with that? It is it says 80, so it says 83, but then when you look at the thing it says 96. So just call it 96. It's hot out. Is there a Jackal Guitar Verse Science? Scripted by AI and poorly narrated. Yeah, fingers crossed there is. Yeah, I hope there is one. That'll be a good one to watch. I would watch that. There was another one, I forget which one it was. I was going to watch it, but it was like 45 minutes long, and I'm like, 45 minutes to see the same 5 or 6 pictures of the band over and over and over? Nah. Nah. I don't think I can sit through 45 minutes of that, even in small chunks. Yeah. Like, you give me a good 15, maybe 20 minutes, maybe. But 45 minutes, I don't remember what the band was, but it wasn't like it's a band that's been around for 1,000 years. I mean, you guys must have screwed up a lot. Alright. By taking my first of many breaks. Rat was 45 minutes? Was it? I don't think I watched that one, though. That's just too much. Just too much. Bathroom time. Hoo-wah. I think I just lost that 0.5 pounds I was waiting for. Whew. What did I miss? Rain in the dark. Do you find that Amazon lets you make more with digital than paperbacks? I find that I sell a crap ton of digital compared to paperbacks. Paperbacks isn't really a big part of my income. Maybe like 10, 15 paperbacks a month. And when you look and you go, I got 150 different paperbacks to sell, and I'm selling that, not good. How's there even 45 minutes of rat material? Lots of people suing each other over the use of the name rat, yeah. Year by year in the 2010s, if you like legal battles, rat is for you. Bruh, mushroom coffee and balsamic glaze, Brussels sprouts. That's going to be a special kind of drink. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little bit tough in there. Next page for no reason, Mr. Frank. Next page, or the one that Nick missed, we'll call it. Yeah, next poop is right. Wonder if they have gas sirens similar to air raid sounds there to alert the neighbors that mushroom coffee has been consumed. Maybe I should do a window look from the bathroom then too, Mr. Frank. Paperback move at signings events, not on Amazon, my experience anyway. Yeah, and they are not really selling it. You really don't sell a ton, realistically, at book signings all that much. That's why all of my paperbacks right now are $10 for the first one, $10 for the second, and $5 for everyone after that, including the shipping. So you can get 8 of my books for $50. Just trying to get rid of them and make some room. In fact, when Stark Lake just came out, my latest Cosmic Horror book last week, a couple weeks ago, I didn't order any copies for backstock. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be doing a lot of signings coming up. I'm not going to worry about it. Audiobooks now have been doing much better for me. Much better. I'm to the point where in the last couple of months I've collected enough sales from audiobooks to pay back like 3 more audiobooks. That because I keep track of how much I put out. You know, here's $1,000 for this, and then I keep track to see which series I'm breaking even or doing better. Some of them are doing a lot better, but I'm doing better. So, we traditionally publish or self-published. I am a hybrid. I do both, but mostly self-publishing. Some small press stuff and other various things. I am also going to follow you, Rain in the Dark. And I hope you follow me back. I'm traditionally self-published. Yes, you are. You are untraditionally self-published. Untraditionally, Frank. Yeah, like if you have a really strong book signing community near you, then paperbacks are worth it. I would always have paperbacks because you're always going to get some paperback sales through Amazon. But don't ever beat yourself up over it. Don't make that your priority. Ebooks is still the priority. For me, it's ebooks. Then it's audiobooks. And audiobooks is catching up. I'm also in KU, Kindle Unlimited. So my page reads are easily my biggest money maker. Page reads, then sales on ebooks, then audiobooks. But audiobooks is catching up very quickly to... Now that they have this all-you-can-listen thing, last couple of months I've done very, very well with it. I'm not to the point where I have gotten the money for it yet, so I can't say it's made me X number of dollars, but it looks pretty good. They have a thing where you can check in how many hours have people listened. Yeah, Smashwords is a no. Smashwords is an absolute no. So now I'm hearing through the rumor mill that Kindle Unlimited, Amazon is setting up, they're inviting people to test for libraries through Hoopla or Overdrive or whatever one of those. That if your book is in Kindle Unlimited, I think, then you can technically still go wide, but only to like libraries. And basically, it'll just be a pop up when you set up your next book, or if you go back to edit any of your old books. I checked this morning. I do not have that option yet, but hopefully I will have that option, because it's not going to hurt. People who download books at the library are not people who are buying your books or are paying $12 for Kindle Unlimited. I hear MySpace book tours are the next rage. Let's hope so, Chad. Let's hope so. Bring back MySpace. I did some digging and found out that Amazon tends to sell less paperbacks due to the processing of the books. They'd rather you do digital, which makes more for the writer at 70% as long as they read the book in Kindle. You can get Shocker off of Hoopla, can you? You can, or you're just saying that? Well, that just means somebody bought the book. Remember when we had that one sale last year? I think somebody at a library bought it. Poor bastards. Well, yeah, for Amazon, all it is just basically the computer sends you a copy of a digital copy of a book for you to read and not own, instead of having to get people to print them and everything else. Sure. Interesting. Had no idea. I know I got a bunch of different books in different places. There's I want to say like Nebraska or Idaho, one of those. Somebody had told me a couple years ago that like all of my books are in their library system. There's like 180 books in their library, like print books that they've purchased, that you can go in there and you can borrow. I borrow it from time to time. Very good. I don't have I mean, I guess I have Hoopla or Overdrive, whatever it is here. I just can't figure out. Here's how dumb I am. I was like, oh, when the Cheap Trick biography came out last year, the latest one. I was like, I want to read this, and they didn't have a physical copy, and I didn't want to spend it was like $15.99 for the ebook, and it was only out in hardback for like $28. I'm like, yeah, I like Cheap Trick not that much. I can get it. I can download it from the library app, so I did. And but I only couldn't figure out how to download it or do anything. All I could do was open it on my computer screen and read it. And I'm sure there's a way to download it to my Kindle Fire maybe. I'm sure there's a way to download it or something. I could not figure any of that stuff out. So then I would just have to open it up, and I just left it open on my computers until I finished reading it. I don't know. I'm sure there's an easier way. I lose $12 per paperback due to shipping and printing at Amazon. That's crazy. Where do you live? What country are you in? Yeah, we need to explain that math is right. Then how are you losing that much? Your book should be like $4 or $5 to print, and if you send it media mail, it's like another $4. $7.90 to print. What? How fucking big is this book? Everything I print is $4, maybe on to $5, and then I guess if your book is $7.90 to print, it's 520 pages. That's 2 books. Cut that into 2 books. It'll be like $3 a piece. Yeah, so that's the problem for you, is you have that doorstop of a book, but that means you need to raise the damn price on that thing. What's your Amazon price? You're not selling for enough money then, yeah. 76,000 words? That can't be right. Each Amazon account has a Kindle email address. Armand. Find the address. I know the address because when I get free shit from the Big Five, always sending me ebooks, then I can just send it to myself. The problem is when I go to the library site, I find the book and I click, and then it opens the book for me. But then there's no direction. I can't find any button or anything that says download or send it to me or any of that. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. $20.5. I can link it if you want to see 12. 76,000 words. I mean, I'm writing 76,000 words books, and they're not 520 pages long. That's like 300 pages. Something's weird. You know what's weird? I still have this hotcake syrup from McDonald's. Still have it. Haven't opened it. Still on my desk. It's on my desk next to my Cthulhu. I was going to clean my desk off before MondoCon, but I was like, who cares with these people? I guess I'm going to have to download a book again just to see what I'm doing wrong. Because there's a lot of books that I'm like, I want to read this. But I want to read this like on my Kindle. Your margin either far too wide or your font too big. That's like 150,000 epic fantasy pages. Yeah, that's... Exactly. That's like your that many pages is like twice as many words as what you have. Or a Todd Keesling short story. Something's not right. So how many books did right before passive income came in? It's hard to say. I've been doing this full-time, earning a living, doing this 15 years. But this will be my 14th year, I think. And I have almost 200 releases to my name. So, and I have many different Mr. Frank, be nice. I have many different a lot of publishers are sending me royalties. I'm selling a bunch of short stories. I'm making some money on royalty share short stories. Twitch I make money, YouTube I make money, Patreon I make money, on and on and on. TeePublic, t-shirts, passive income comes from there. So yeah. So you gotta play the long game, but I think the first problem is something's wrong with your book. Unless you're Stephen King, you just can't sit back and collect. Readers are part of the cult of the new. They want the next new thing to post on Instagram, so you've got to keep publishing to stay relevant. I agree. Right now they say the Amazon algorithm to keep you towards the top of your genre is every 28 days. Have a release. It could be your short story in an anthology, whatever, 28 days, which is ridiculous. If you would like to see it on Amazon, look up When Darkness Falls by Troxtel. And that's why my sales plummeted in the last year and a half. No new release yet. Unfortunately, new authors think, I just wrote this phenomenal book, and then it's just magically going to sell, and it's going to be passive income. It's never going to happen. You have to find your first 1,000 readers. That's what I've done. I don't know if I found all 1,000 of them, but I found enough that I know if I put a book up, I'm going to get some sales on it usually. And my backlist is always selling. And again, audiobooks are selling. Everything's making me money. But you got to keep promoting. You got to keep writing. What sells your book? Your next book. Chad Lusky is a he knows all too well what happens when you stop writing. You got to engage with people. You got to do Amazon ads. You got to do Facebook ads. You got to throw money away doing that stuff. You got to get out there and do some book signings. You got to chat with the other authors. You have to network, engage. The ads never work for me. Ads are always a money waste. But now next week I go to BoucherCon in New Orleans, and I'll network with 2,500 other thriller authors, and it'll be great. Yeah, write the next book is what it is. What you really need to do, though, the thing you really need to do is go to YouTube and follow me, Armand _ Rosamilia on YouTube. All of these videos get dropped onto YouTube, and I also do movie reviews, book reviews, TV series reviews, and I do interviews with thriller authors on there as well. And you can watch those interviews, and you can see what these people are doing to make money. And it seems to be a waste. If you're on your first book, the best thing to do is write another book. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to be realistic here. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Plus, I've been drinking a lot of mushroom coffee lately. Fortunately for me, if I do release something new, it sells well. Just this month had those 2 limiteds come out from different publishers, and they sold out fast. It made me miss writing, but not enough to come back. Ad. Is there a reason, Chad, that you're just like, I don't want to write anymore? Like, have you lost the desire? Or have you lost the desire to play this friggin' game of writing is such a small part of it, we got to do all this other crap? Or is it John Bowden? Did John Bowden just like, enough with this Baker? Again, it's you got to play the long game with this. You got to just get out there, and it's a whole mixture of things. The scene is a cesspool for starters. Took all the fun away. Yeah. Oh God, with all the crap going on now, and Ron Kelly is now pitching in and talking about stuff. The book is 6x9, 523 pages, 12 point. There's something that doesn't add up there. That's way too many pages for what you're doing. Do you have a ton of blank pages in it? Do you have margins are wrong? Do you have a lot of dead space on the top and the bottom? No blank. I don't know. That's just weird. Is it full of illustrations? All right, what's the name of the book again? After we're done here, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna pull it up on I'm gonna pull it up on your ebook. I'm gonna see how if anything looks weird that way. When Darkness Falls. Is that your real name? Ms. Frank says, just download a sample ebook format and King looks okay. Okay. Might be the print book is. It sounds like something's off with the print book. You know what? We've all been there. We've all been there, and I walked into this in like 2008, 2009, when nobody wanted to help you. There weren't 400 different people and places and YouTube videos. There wasn't anywhere you could go to figure any of this shit out. So at least you're in a good spot where you can figure it out. You can ask questions. We're not trying to browbeat you. We're trying to help you. So don't feel like any question you ask is stupid. The only time a question is stupid usually is when Mr. Frank asks it. Otherwise, we're always here to help. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, I don't think I'll be on. I might be on it if I can. I got to take the car at 11. That tire problem I had a couple weeks ago, it's happening again. So obviously there's a super slow leak in that tire, and I need to get that looked at. My goal now when I go there is not to go out and there's a donut shop right next door. Not to go into the donut shop. So tomorrow's going to be a test. And then I have therapy at 3 o'clock on Thursday. Otherwise, I might be on again tomorrow. So I can continue to ask dumb questions. Yeah, Nick, your questions are also dumb. I got told by a college professor that I didn't need a college degree to write novels. Nah, you don't need that. I don't have a college degree. Chad is a professor, but it's an honorary degree we've given him. Troxel, did you go through your whole book when you launched the preview thing? Maybe go through that and see if it's stuff with a wad of blank pages or something. The honorary degree of professor. So my goal is obviously just to finish this chapter here. Hand it back to Tom so that Tom can more or less write tomorrow morning. But I want to get it done. I also going to be honest with you, I also want to take a nap. I really haven't taken too many naps lately. What's up with that? What's up with that? Like the Dictator song. I also got to get some walking in. I got like 3,000 steps to go or something. I need to get it in early. What I've been doing is, so like yesterday, my wife's at her mom's for dinner. So I put on Skinwalker Ranch, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Spoiler alert, all the tech goes haywire. So I guess it's the last episode on the ranch. Next week's episode will be them sitting around at the douchebag owner's conference room talking about the whole week or the whole season. But anyway, everything went wrong. But what I was doing is I wasn't fast forwarding through the commercials. In those 4 and 5 minutes, I was getting up and I was aggressively walking and trying to get in several hundred steps each time so I can get to my 6,000 step goal. I've looked at a beta reader and she loved it. She said she didn't see any issues and she's an English nut. They need to improve that tech so they can laser more in the sky. Yeah. They were shooting up smoke rings last night. They were shooting up lasers and drones and all kinds of airplanes and helicopters, everything. Nothing was working. Because those aliens, man, they do not want you to film them. Never use a beta reader who loves it and sees no issues. Yeah, beta readers are people who you hope beats the shit out of your book. Because I always say, listen, I got 5 beta readers roughly each book. And I have a nice pool of people I know which people I can give to that will beat it up. I want those 5 people to tell me your book is great, but it's shit because of these points. Because I would rather have those 5 people hate it so I can fix those problems rather than 5 million potential people that will read it and never read anything else by me again. You should be able to get $20 for a book over 500 pages, I would think. I was waiting for her to beat the book down, but she didn't. I would find, and we're not trying to be funny. Get another beta reader. You want to know what's wrong with your book. I always say to my beta readers, if you super like a part, tell me it's great, it's good for my ego, doesn't help me sell books. Tell me what's wrong with this. Snap time for me, which means I put on Columbo and drift off for 20 minutes. Happy writing. Like you, Chad, I will be joining you in spirit. I wish I was wrapped up around you on the couch spooning you. But in spirit in about 4 minutes. I'm going to get some reading in. And that'll be it. I've gone to Walmart and looked at books the same size, and most of them are $14.99. Yeah, because you're going to Walmart, which deep discounts their books. Go to the whatever books, or go to the publisher website. Look up those books and see how much they are retailing for there. Not on Walmart. You're not selling 10,000 books to Walmart. They get a discount. Books for Walmart is a loss leader. Okay, I was a retail manager for many years. Dollar General, and the Dawn. What do you call it? The Dawn detergent. Couldn't think. Dishwash detergent. That bottle cost Dollar General $1.59. This is going back 10 years. They sold it for $1. So why do they sell it for $1? Why do they lose 59 cents on every sale? Because it's a loss leader, because it pulls you into the store. And you're not just going in there to buy that. You're to go in there and you go, oh, they have 400 other things I didn't realize. And that's why your cart was like $38 on average, or whatever it was. Because that dollar item, oh, I can get this for $1 there. They're coming in, they're buying it. It's the same with books. Books are, we're not gonna make any money on this, or we're gonna break even on this. But we have you in here, and now you're gonna buy other stuff. Everything I learned about loss leaders, I learned from Who's That Girl starring Madonna. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. You learn most of your moral lessons from Madonna movies, Frank. That's probably that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm out of mushroom tea officially. I have 2 more K cups of it. Tomorrow I will not be drinking it because I will be moving around. Friday when I'm back here on Twitch, I'll probably have another cup and go to the bathroom again. All good. Tom, I swear I'm going to finish this chapter today. I like when I scroll down and I can see the bottom. Not a problem. Come back in. Make sure you follow me so you can tell when I'm back in, and also please follow me on YouTube. Everyone, please follow me on YouTube. I'm at 300 followers over there, and I need 700 more. You did? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. I'm going to wrap this up, everybody. And I'm going to go join Chad Letsky on the couch watching some Columbo. And then we will reconvene Friday. I might be here tomorrow, but I know I definitely will be here on Friday. All right.